Hi everyone, today is August 16, 2022. It is 11:45 a.m. and 22 degrees Celsius. Today we are at the north side of the Philosophers Walk, and I'm going to be showing you the plaques here on the entranceway. This one says Queen Alexandra Gateway. It says, "This stone and wrought iron structure was a gift to the Imperial Order daughters of the Empire to commemorate the visit on October 10 and 11, 1901 of their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall and York." The gateway, designed by Chandwick and Beckett architects, originally stood on Bloor Street at the northern entrance to Queen's Park. It had to be moved twice to accommodate transportation improvements and was finally located here in 1962. The wrought iron lamps were restored in 1990 as a special project by the staff of the Facilities and Services Department of the University of Toronto. The University of Toronto fully restored the gateway and the southward extension of Philosophers Walk, extending southward in 1995. A rededication ceremony was held on October 14th, 1995. And so here's the two pillars at the entrance. This one here has a plaque on it that says, "To commemorate the visit of TRH," I believe this would stand for the Royal Highness, the Royal Highnesses, maybe it's plural here, the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall and York, October 10, 1901. And you know, I really like the font here, and if you look closely, this C here, it's kind of like wrapping around this second letter of O, and the N, the top of the N is going higher than the horizontal limit of the rest of the letters, and it's got this very unique style to the font. I really like that. I think it really adds a lot of richness to the writing itself. And here's another pillar with a crown on it, and it's got this symbol here. I'm not sure what that symbol is. It kind of looks like the letter A, but I'm not really sure if it is the letter A. And on top we've got these lights. And so it's got this nice seating area here. Very nice trees. You can see a bit of the Michael Lee Chin crystal there as we're walking down the pathway. Here's a plaque that says University of Toronto, Queen Alexandra Gateway. Since 1962, the historic Queen Alexandra Gateway has served as a formal entrance to Philosophers Walk, a meandering ravine that cuts through the northeastern grounds of the University of Toronto. Built to commemorate the 1901 visit of the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall and York, later crowned King George V and Queen Mary, the gateway initially stood at the southeast corner of Bloor Street and Queen's Park. It was later removed to make way for the construction of the subway and the widening of Queen's Park. The Queen Alexandra Gateway, with its elaborate stone pillars, serpent-headed lamps, and elegant ironwork, was fully refurbished in 2009 thanks to the generous support of TD Bank Financial Group. The restoration was part of a broader initiative to reassert Philosophers Walk as a vital green space for the enjoyment of the community and to complement revitalization efforts at the Royal Conservatory of Music and the Royal Ontario Museum. So a very cool background here. There's a look north towards Bloor Street and the entrance to the Philosophers Walk. Let's continue down this way. Here's some benches here, and each one seems to be commemorated. Let's see, this one says, "In memory of medical student Carrie A. Risman, 1969-96. And there's one here that says, "In loving memory of our parents, Sheila and Sydney Loftus, University of Toronto alumni." So there's a lot of green space here, which I really like. It's a nice break from all the concrete of the city. And apparently there's a rock here with a plaque in front of it. Let's go take a look at what the plaque says. And it says, let me unlock my camera and see if I get a closer look here. It says, these 14 trees are with sorrow planted in memory and in honor of 14 sisters slain because of their gender in Montreal on December 6, 1989. May commitment to the eradication of sexism and violence against women be likewise planted in the hearts and minds of you who stand here now and of all who come after. It is not enough to look back in pain. We must create a new future. This memorial, created by Women Won't Forget, December 6, 1990. And so that is referring to, I'm guessing, these trees here. And this stone is probably, I think, a marking stone here. Let's walk back to the main path. So technically this is in the St. George campus of U of T, and it runs along the ravine landscape created by Tattle Creek, which is a waterway that was later buried and covered during the Industrial Revolution and the Industrial Age. And now Tattle Creek is flowing underground because it got covered. Here's a pathway that goes this way to the west, and another pathway that goes this way to the east. Here's some more seating places. It's very nice and quiet here. That's what I really like about here the most. It's very relaxing and peaceful. Beautiful trees. A very green area here. This is definitely a nice place to come by, have a seat, enjoy the fresh air, maybe read a book or have a conversation with a friend or family member. Here's the University of Toronto Edward Johnson building and the Macmillan Theatre Walter Hall to the east here. It's pretty cool. Here's some rocks here, and that's pretty nice. One can sit down and enjoy the sun. Now here's a walkway that leads downward here, and one that goes straight. Let's continue straight on our pathway. So these stones here have a plaque beside them, which is here. It says Philosophers Walk Amphitheater. Let me see if I can take a closer look. Well before European settlers arrived, the natural ravine now known as Philosophers Walk was a likely gathering place for the Anishinaabe people, Mississauga Ojibwe. During the spring, the stream that once ran through this site would have been teeming with wildlife, and native fishermen would have lined the banks with gill nets and fish wares to partake of this bounty. For them, the stream would have been a sacred site, a place of powerful and audible spirits. Philosophers Walk continues to be a special meeting place to this day. The amphitheater you see here rests at the point where a number of paths intersect, and is a natural gathering place for university students, school groups, and pedestrians from all walks of life. Built from Wyerton limestone, the amphitheater is designed to be an acoustically vibrant venue for informal lectures, learning experiences outside the classroom, performances. When not in use, it serves as a quiet oasis for contemplation in the heart of a bustling city. The University of Toronto is grateful to TD Bank Financial Group for supporting the creation of the amphitheater and helping evoke the ravine's history as an important gathering place. The site will serve the university community and the many admirers of Philosophers Walk for generations to come. So there's a bit of history and information about this Philosophers Walk amphitheater here. I think they did a very good job with all of this. And we'll continue on our walk here. Here's an amazing tree. Let me see if I can unlock my camera. It's pretty big. It's got a huge trunk. Hard to appreciate from the video. One really has to be here to be able to evaluate it. I can only imagine the roots deep into this ground delivering nutrients to this tree. Very amazing. And there is another building of the University of Toronto St. George campus. This one looks kind of like it's got this castle kind of look to it. And here's a look around. It's very quiet here. Very peaceful. Very relaxing. You know, it's definitely a place where one can come in, read a book or study, just take a break. Here's a unique tree. We're now here at the south end of the Philosophers Walk. Here's another plaque. It says Philosophers Walk, celebrated in poetry, song, and paintings. The picturesque Tattle Creek Ravine is a popular place for contemplative strolls and quiet reflection by University of Toronto students and professors, visitors to the city, and Toronto citizens alike. The site's character and its sense of place are intrinsically linked with Tattle Creek. However, for more than a century, the open lawns and mature oak and beech tree canopy are what has characterized Philosophers Walk. More recently, new plantings have been introduced to complement the informality of the walkway and to recreate the naturalistic landscape design of the 19th century. As the city intensifies and building density increases, green space becomes more important to our community's health and well-being. The University of Toronto is pleased to recognize TD Bank Financial Group for its demonstrated interest in environmental sustainability and education. Their support has contributed to the revitalization of Philosophers Walk, bringing to life its natural and cultural history and place in the public imagination. Very cool plaque. And here's the two pillars at the south end of the Philosophers Walk path. Let's go take a look at the plaque on one of them here. It says, "This historic gateway is named to honor the enduring commitment and contributions made by Avi Benet to the University of Toronto, June 2006. So that's pretty cool. And these pillars here are called the Benet Gates or Bennett Gates. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm gonna see if I could walk around this way and see if I can get a more complete view of the gates for you guys and what it looks like from a distance on the outside. There we go. Here's a very nice view. It's a view of the gates, and there's this very tall. There's another UFT campus building there. And this grass is very clean and very well kept and well taken care of. And this wraps up my brief walk through the Philosophers Walk. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share on social media if you can. For more content like this, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.